Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another rant. I'm going to be talking about this journalist that you see here on the right, Taylor Lorenz. So obviously she tries to use the media outlet to try to expose people based on claims that is being said or being posted online about them. So she can make an article clearly so she can have something on the paper for something she can get paid for. And eventually it comes to fruition when people go onto her Twitter. They check her tweets and they use that against her because they realize she is part of cancel culture. And all of a sudden she goes into defensive mode, as you see here, while she's on the news. She's crying that she's being traumatized by people harassing her. And although yes, it is unfortunate, it is true though, there are people who make a living going out trying to expose people, trying to use whatever evidence that they can find, whatever dirt on their social media profile. But the thing is, like with me, is that I only call it out whatever information is being said on the internet. I'm not going to just take it for word and granted just because somebody else says it that I don't even know personally. It has to be, for example, somebody who is a big popular name, said by like really big popular YouTubers, whoever is the poster, and someone that people are very familiar with. And again, she should be expecting backlash because I'm against cancel culture. For some people say that when I do my rant videos, they're pretty hypocritical. No, I just state my opinion. I'm not trying to take out innocent people. I'm not targeting like people who made a few mistakes in their life that aren't too personal. I only take it out on people who are a danger to society. I feel like they don't deserve their spot on social media. And again, maybe she realized that she tried to look for a small piece of dirt, a small soil to try to spoil those people. So actually to spoil herself, to try and ruin them. So she should expect that's the price you pay when you become a journalist or when you make articles of several people, because you don't know 100% their person, you don't know them personally, and they can come to haunt you in the future. And it's still haunting her now. So, and she's facing harassment. I face harassment. I'll be honest. People made videos about me. But the thing is that they were simply upset because only to find out they were actually lying, and the reason why they even made, I had a person, I'm not going to name them. They made a video of me telling me that I'm lying, even though I'm calling it out for what it is, for what I see, based on my perspective, and I've been taking the time to listen in on their words, watching their videos, and giving them the opportunity to speak. So unless I was to prevent that person from speaking, then yeah, I could see myself being in the wrong. But I give people the opportunity to say their words, to have their say in their defense, just to hear them out. And then I call out anything suspicious. If they have anything that just doesn't really add up to their story, just seems like complete like contradicting themselves, just trying to create their own story and have people believe in their pathetic lies, because people are desperate to try to cover up their actions, that somehow that it will be they can be able to hold that they can be able to hold themselves, they can't hold themselves accountable. Basically, they could be if they feel that we should be able to have their word and be made automatically believe them, when that's not, in reality, it doesn't work that way. So it's true though, sometimes I can understand where she's coming from. Taylor Lorenz, I understand. She's crying, but at the same time seems like she's trying to play the victim here. Because yeah, some people, sometimes it's not even just digging up dirt on someone, like I said before. Some people are even willing to dox you, try to get as much information on you, or say we should go through all this trouble to harass this person, considering the amount of like crap that she's been feeding people, the amount of toxicity, the amount of lies, or the amount of articles she's been making trying to like outright destroy people's reputation. And yeah, normally I'm the kind of person that doesn't want to destroy innocent people's reputation. I hear what I have to say. I personally believe that the only time someone deserves to lose their reputation if they are truly a problem in society, someone who is a danger, who's willing to abuse, hurt others. And I'm not talking about their mouths, like just saying stupid nonsense. At that point, just fire them, or they just be demonetized. That's it. But if we're talking about like physical abuse, someone are going at hitting people, beating them up, like wanting to threaten, putting someone under duress, acting like they are in charge, that they have some sort of power in society, and really they don't, says that this person should be investigated whether they should be able to keep their career, and they should be put in check 100%. And again, I understand she's one of the 3 women that they're talking about that suffer from online harassment. This is nothing new. This is nothing new, honestly. To be real, but I don't really see her as one of the women that she was referring to. The women that just be abused based on like their existence or for the mistakes they made in their life. This is not a mistake. This is a role that she took up for, that she's willing to take up for, to make a profit. So yeah, she needs to realize, yeah, she may not intend to do this to mess with people at a personal level, like go up to them and try to like confront them and try to act big and tough, try to act hard. But in reality is that there is going to be repercussions, even if you don't mean it in person, whether it's online, because some people believe that they're just putting on this fake persona to put on a crowd, or they want people to support them because they're desperate and they need views. And maybe whether this is trolling or this clearly is not, because she's crying, she's pleading, she's saying, "Oh, you don't know, I'm suffering from PTSD." Yes, whether you are suffering from PTSD maybe has to do with what you were doing when you started in the first place. And I'm not saying the victims of PTSD are always the aggressors. But in this case, I'm explaining how if she has PTSD, is maybe she should have thought maybe she should have thought about, and she should have realized that that's the price. Those are the risks that you take when taking up this job and being a journalist. And again, those are, and for people who are really suffering, who have PTSD, who definitely have PTSD, who are going through the most, and I'm talking about people who have real PTSD are usually people who've been abused, molested, assaulted, judged by their appearance. And I'm talking about people just bashing you because they think you're deformed or the way you're born. A lot of that comes to play with PTSD. But she's using PTSD as a reason to play the victim, not because the way she looks. Let's be real, people. But this is the problem, because people will do whatever they can to make themselves feel better, to be in the position where they are comfortable, and they want the majority to be siding with them. And then thankfully we have someone who can agree with us, that we can reason with them, and they can understand that here we are trying to do a favor and help people and convince others that we are simply trying to be honest with you guys and how the world in reality works, and the type of world that these people are living in, and that you should be able to come to terms and agree with me. And you can't go as far as to judge and criticize me, because I'm trying to do my best to give you some news and to be entertained, so you can also be aware of these people. And again, you need people like me to be able to provide you that content. That's 100% is the mentality with these journalists who claim they have PTSD. And that's my opinion. Whether you guys don't want to agree with me, that's up to you. But again, I'm not trying to be the bully here, but I personally hate, be real, I 100% hate it when someone plays the victim when in reality they're simply just a narcissist. And people like that need to be put in their place. Someone like that needs to realize that the nonsense like that needs to end. They need to quit it, and no one's gonna fall for it. No one's gonna just simply just take your word into consideration. And you know what? We don't have to trust you anymore. We don't trust you because you tried so many times to deceive people that now all of a sudden you want to be on the receiving end. But you know what? You get what you deserve at the end of the day. And think about your decisions before you judge other people. Those are my thoughts. And again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content in the future. Be sure to check your notifications, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.